Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net and it is Friday the 1st of August. Thanks again for watching. Now, throughout the whole of August, weatherweb.net and the Sailing Weather Information Service, sailingweather.co.uk, are raising money for Macmillan Cancer Support. Now, of course, you use WeatherWeb completely free of charge. So this is kind of our way of showing the support of the people who use WeatherWeb and the Sailing Weather Information Service and seeing if we can raise some really good funds for the amazing work that Macmillan do. After all, you never know, do you, who, when and where cancer is going to be striking next. And Macmillan, if you've experienced the work they do, really do some fantastic work, both in support of those who've got cancer and those families as well who are affected by it. So you can give now. Just send a text message to Swiss 99 followed by £10 to 70070. That's Swiss 99, £10 to 70070. And thanks for your support. Okay, on with the forecast. And going to be really wet in some parts of the country over the next 48 hours. Low pressure here centred across Wales. You see the fronts rotating around it during the course of Saturday, but just look at these rainfall totals. This is from the UK Met Office 4-kilometre model through weatheronline.co.uk. These are rainfall totals from now through until 6 o'clock on Sunday morning. And if we just zoom in here, look to the western side of the UK, just look at those huge totals of rainfall. That's 101 millimetres of rain here across southwestern and western parts of Wales, 100 millimetres across northern parts of Wales as well. And here, running up through the Isle of Man into southwestern parts of Scotland, they're showing rainfall totals of 100 millimetres as well. Now, with those sort of totals in such a short space of time, despite ground water levels being able to absorb most of this, there will be surface flooding. So I think we really are in for some significant rainfall to come during the next 48 hours or so. Elsewhere, rainfall totals really much less, particularly off towards the east. You see here, look, not that much actually in the southeastern corner of the country. In fact, some places staying dry, but always a fair bit across western parts of Scotland. And as we've just seen, look, it's the west that sees most of it. And I've been telling you for several weeks now about how warm sea surface temperatures are around the country. It's those really that are enabling such big rainfall figures to come through. It was always going to happen when we got a trough at upper levels, so cooler air at upper levels overriding the warmer surface water. That destabilises the atmosphere. It means that much of the air can rise. It actually makes it easy for the air to rise, to condense out and to form large shower clouds. And these are the sea surface temperature anomalies as of yesterday. And the red colours, I mean, you can see them really surrounding the British Isles through the North Sea down into the Bay of Biscay there. Those colours showing temperatures of around 3 to 5 degrees Celsius and more above normal for the time of year. So a massive amount of energy available that's just going to be sucked up into the air, and it's that generates this heavy rain. Put on top of that area of low pressure that's to the west of Wales tomorrow, and the wind's rotating around the area of low pressure like so, look, and we're getting this onshore flow which just drives this moisture laden air over the mountains, forces it to rise and just wrings it out like a sponge. And of course that effect taking place across northwest England and southwest Scotland too. Now on Sunday, the low is drifted north. I think Sunday a much better day for most. Still some outbreaks of rain across Northern Ireland and probably for northwestern parts of Scotland, but for most it's a dry and it's a brighter day as well. Pretty breezy across Ireland, across the Northern Irish Sea, across southern parts of Scotland, but lighter winds further south and sunny spells for most. On Monday, weak ridge of high pressure building in, most places enjoying a fine day, some showers out towards the west. And then a weak front in the west on Tuesday, just producing some showers. But you notice here, look, high pressure again in control of things. So I think we are going to be seeing a fair amount of sunshine, particularly across eastern and southern areas. Remember how much drier it was there. And then on Wednesday, things looking like turning a little bit more unsettled into the second half of the week. Fronts driving eastwards. I think they'll only be very weak by the time they reach eastern areas. But across the west here, always more cloud and some outbreaks of rain. And just interesting to look at the 500 millibar height anomaly. This is for the next 4 days. So this ends on Tuesday morning. And what to notice here, look, is the blue colours, this trough out towards the east of the country. Here's our ridge that we've now lost out towards the west, but there's the trough, look, out towards the east. And day 5 to 8 looking like this. Look, the trough trying to get pushed back westwards by the ridge out towards the east. And I think that probably is a fair assumption at the moment, that what we're going to find is that middle part of next week, perhaps into Thursday, possibly into Friday as well, sees the low coming in and trying to get westwards, but the ridge pushing it back west. And so that then improves conditions once again, and I think we're going to be looking around about the sort of 10th-ish, 11th-ish mark to see the high really establish itself and drier weather set in for several days. I think it goes unsettled again though after that, but I'm still looking towards the final 3rd of August as being pretty good as well. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that. But I wanted to finish with this chart for you today. This is from weatheronline.co.uk again. It's the CFS model, and it's the North Atlantic Oscillation. Which, when it's positive, is in a strong westerly phase. So that brings us the westerly winds across the Atlantic, fronts, storms, etc. When it's negative, it brings us a tendency for those westerlies to be weaker, so we tend to get more of an easterly flow. Now, what's interesting here, look at the months across the bottom. Yes, it goes forward to May, so it's just for interest, really. But just look, it sticks with the idea of being mainly in a negative flow through August, September, October, November. And this is where this idea is coming of high pressure trying to be the dominant feature through these months. That's not to say it's just going to be dry, but it's to say that that's always trying to build back in to be a dominant feature. Then it goes positive, look, bringing us more mixed conditions as far as the CFS sees it through November, probably milder as well. But then look what happens through December, January, February into March and April. That's negative. That would bring us easterly winds, and that is the signal for cold weather through the winter months. Now, don't run away with the idea that we're talking about some sort of big freeze here. But of course, put that on top of the forecast, the analogy forecast that I showed you a couple of days ago, and you can view that video here as well. Just look down for previous videos and you'll see it listed there. But add that onto that, and this idea of throwing out this idea of cold weather for the winter, well, it might just be gathering steam. And I have to say, it's a bit of a relief, because we've been telling private clients for a time that we were starting to see these signs of a cold winter. Incidentally, if you're interested in becoming a private client, then please do get in touch. Use the contact form at the top of the page here, and you can be a private client if you're anything from an individual farmer through to a shopkeeper through to a large multinational. We deal with everybody, so please do get in touch and we can try and see how the weather can work for you. So I'm going to leave you with that for now. But please don't forget to give to Macmillan if you can. You need to just text Swiss 99 and then the figure £10 to 70070. So come on, let's see how much we can raise. But once again, thank you for watching weatherweb.net. Whatever you're doing today, please do keep the sun shining, and bye for now.